while I'm waiting for the official notification that I am live. How are we doing? I have a very, very important topic for you today. It's about creating your dream life. Here we go. Oops. Okay, there we go. I just need to mute myself. Hey, how is everybody? So today I'm talking to you about how to create your dream life by design. Now, you have the power to create anything that you want in your life. You have the power to achieve anything that you put your mind to because you are infinitely powerful. So, in case you don't know who I am, my name is Maggie Rita. I'm a mindset coach, business strategist, and light worker from Pitbull. And I do a lot of EFT tapping and I work with clients and people on their mindset. And I have I have a lot of EFT tapping videos all about shifting your mindset, shifting those blocking, limiting beliefs that are slowing you down and stopping you from achieving your dream life. So, as well as being able to release those blocking beliefs, it's important that you have practical steps that you can follow to be able to get into your highest state of being, the state of being that is able to create absolutely anything. Because remember, you are a massive creative force. You created this entire experience, life. You created this experience we call life, this dance that we're all on, okay? That's how powerful you are. Remembering that this is a holographic projection and that you chose to enter this holographic projection at this specific time because humanity is going through such a massive and profound shift in consciousness. And that comes with a lot of thorns. It's rocky. It's a roller coaster. You got to ride it out. And when we get to the place within the next couple of years, well, I don't know that we'll be through it in a couple of years, but the next few months are going to be a bit wild. So it's really important that you have something else to focus on, that you are focusing on what it is that you want to create. Because as a creative force, you are creating your life moment by moment. Every single moment, you are creating your life. So you can create it by design or you can create it by default. The vast majority of people are creating by default because we are not taught when we arrive, we're not given a manual on how this thing works. We're thrown in the deep end and we got to figure it out as we go. It's a bit unfair, really, but it's all part of the game. We are here to rediscover who we truly are. We kind of got bored being all that is for eternity. It's like, meh, we want to do something. We want to do something. We want to have some fun. So let's create a planet. Let's make ourselves believe that we're powerless. Let's throw in this whole experience of contrast that has good and evil and bliss and depression and suffering and pain and happiness and joy. Let's just throw that into the mix as well. I don't think we had any idea what we were thinking when we actually created this entire experience. But I don't mean to diminish how, well, not diminish, but I mean this is a serious a serious oh a serious game that we're playing. I was trying not to say game, but it is a serious game that we're playing because it is all about our experiential the way we experience ourselves as we are not. Oh, this is so hard to say. So we come here to experience what we are not so we can remember who we are. Does that even make sense? I mean, it's just this whole thing is so complex. So let's get back to tin tacks and brass nuts. How do you create your life by design? So let's forget all that stuff that I just said. So, but the point is that you are this massive creative force and you are co-creating with the universe. You get what you focus on. So, what are you focusing on? Are you focusing on what you want? Are you focusing on what you don't want? Are you doing different exercises and processes like journaling, like meditation, like visualization, like have you made a vision board? Do you think about the future that you're creating for yourself in a very deliberate way every single day for a period of time? Or are you getting drawn into all the drama and what the world leaders are doing and how bad these people are and do you get hysterical about whatever's on the news? Which is, do you know what? The news cycle is just like this repetitive Groundhog Day. It's almost all the same, but we are conditioned to believe that we have to get drawn into the drama like it's a personal existential threat. Stop that. You are in control of your future and your reality. Don't think anybody else has any control over your future and what it is that you get to create. The external world does have influence over our experience, but to what extent is up to you. If you choose to be at the mercy of something, then you'll be at the mercy of something. That's your choice. Not a good choice, but it's a choice. But what if you were to master your creative force? What if you were to master your ability to create your future experience, to create your life by design? Do you want wealth? Do you want happiness? Do you want freedom? Then create it. Stop making it so complicated. Get out of your own way. Do the internal work. Clear out the limiting beliefs, the fears, the doubts, the BS that are telling you that it's not safe, that you're not good enough, that you don't deserve it. Decide that you're going to get out of your own way. Decide that you're going to do the work. Decide that you're going to leave all that crap behind. Decide that you're worth it. Decide on what it is that you want to create. Decide that you're going to go all in. Decide that you're going to have a can-do, no matter what, whatever it takes kind of attitude. Decide on a plan. Decide that you're going to execute the plan. Just decide. Decide on what you want first. So let's go through these 5 steps, okay? So the first one is to follow your passion relentlessly. Whatever you feel drawn to, whatever you love to do, discover your passion and act on it. And for those people who say, oh, I don't know what my passion is, sorry, let's get real for a second. There's something that you're passionate about. Explore the world. What do you love to talk about? What do you love to read about? What do you love to learn? What do you love to do? What do you do that when you do it, you just get time and sort of everything just else becomes irrelevant. You become immersed in it to the exclusion of everything else. It's like, and time is irrelevant. And I'm not talking about scrolling on social media. I'm talking about something that you do that you are truly passionate about. And if you're struggling with that, then go back to when you were a kid. What did you love to do when you were a kid? What would you love to do now? If you could do one thing that was creative and constructive, what would it be? Do you enjoy writing? Do you enjoy reading? Do you enjoy learning? Do you enjoy being with animals? Do you enjoy craft and making things with your hands? Do you enjoy teaching? Do you enjoy helping people? Do you enjoy solving problems for people? What is it that do you enjoy dancing? Do you enjoy singing? Do you enjoy music? Write down a list of the things that you enjoy. If you struggle to feel passion, then maybe it's just because you haven't connected deeply enough with something yet. But write down the things that make you happy. Write down the things that bring you joy. Then start to do more of those things. One of the reasons is, well, there's multiple reasons. One is, as you do more of things that you're passionate about, that are fun, that interest you, that light you up, what happens to your frequency and vibration? It goes up, right? So the more fun you have, the more things that you're doing that you're passionate about, that you love, that interest you, that you find engaging and rewarding and fulfilling and satisfying, the more your vibration and frequency goes up. So start to do those things, because as you do those things, you will actually be drawn into what you are passionate about. And then think about, well, how do I do these things in a way that is creative and constructive and impacts the lives of others? That actually has a direct impact on, positive impact on the lives of others. Now, how could I possibly monetize that? So you're creating your life by design, you're having fun, and then you're figuring out, and this is the entrepreneur in me, then you're figuring out a way to actually monetize your passion. And the other thing about your passion is that that is a part of what you are here to do. We all have different gifts, talents, superpowers. We all have different experiences. We have all acquired a different body of knowledge. We have all developed different skills and expertise along the way. And when you bring that into and apply that to something you are passionate about, and then look how to create a monetary exchange using this body of incredible, unique gifts and talents and superpowers to make a positive difference in the world in some way, shape, or form, to contribute positively to the world. You are here to contribute positively to the world. You are here to be of service. Do it doing something that you love. Why would you not? Why would you contribute to the world doing something that makes you miserable? Like, hello? We're taught that we have to go to work, and work has to be something that sucks. And oh, if we're going to work for the man and get our check at the end of the week, then we just have to suck it up and get on with it. Screw that paradigm. Do you want that paradigm? If you want that paradigm, go for your life. But if you don't want that paradigm, create a new paradigm. You are a creative force. Create a new freaking paradigm. What paradigm do you want to live in? What paradigm do you want to create and choose? I know I get a little bit sort of, I don't mean to berate you. That's not what I mean. But I'm a bit passionate about this because I see so many people that their lives just, they feel like their lives just suck because they're not doing what they want. They're not creating life by design. They're not getting their results that they want. But they're not doing anything about it. They're not doing anything different. They're not changing it up. They're not exploring different things. Try new things. Find things that light you up, that you're passionate about. So the next thing is, while you're exploring these new fun things, follow your inspiration. So source, God, the universe, the divine, whatever you believe that powerful force is, drops little hints and breadcrumbs and will lead you to the promised land. So pay attention to the inspiration that comes to you. Maybe you feel drawn to call a friend. Maybe you feel drawn to go to an event or a conference. Maybe you feel drawn to go and have coffee with somebody. Maybe you feel drawn to go into a bookstore and pick up a book. Whatever that inspiration is, follow it because you never know where it's going to lead you. It's incredible, when you are in flow, and that comes from following your passion. So when you are in flow, when you are letting go, when you've let go of the resistance of what's holding you back, it is profound, almost surreal how magic will unfold as you follow that inspiration in spirit, inspiration, the guidance, the signs, the messages that spirit is constantly sending you messages and guidance and information. If you hear about something 3 times, then you better pay attention. If somebody tells you about a book and you go, oh, okay, and somebody else tells you about the same book, oh, and then somebody else tells, okay, I need to buy that book. That's a simple analogy. But pay attention to what resonates with you. As you go through life, build this sense of awareness, right? So you are paying attention to the things that you're experiencing in your life, how you're feeling about it. We are all emotional beings. We are here to experience the depth and range of emotions that are available to us. Pay attention to how your emotions, how you are emotionally responding to the things in your life. What's triggering you? What's upsetting you? Why? What is it within you that is responding in a negative way? But also, what are you responding positively to? These are signs. Your emotional guidance system is it's wired specifically to point you in the right direction and lead you to where you want to go. So follow that inspiration. Pay attention. Most people, blinkers on. They wouldn't know a message or a sign if it literally ran over them. They wouldn't get it. Here's a good story for you, actually, just a quick digression. But I actually read this on my social media yesterday, and it was such a good story about this guy who was serving tables in America, and that's his job. And, this couple arrived, they sat down, he gave them the menu and the specials, and he cracked a couple of jokes with them and got their orders and, kind of attended to them and made sure they were happy and, went through the general motions. And in America, tipping is a big deal. It's like if you don't tip, you're a scumbag. In Australia, not so much. We have higher wages in Australia. Tipping's not really a thing when you come here culturally. You can tip if you want, but it's not big culturally. So, but this couple, when they paid the bill, where it said tip, there was do better. Wait, what? The guy he was so he was resentful, and he was perplexed, he was pissed off. What do you mean do better? I was nice, I served you, I got you food, I made sure everything was okay. And this stuck with him. And he was lying in bed awake that night, just like, how dare they? What do better? But then something shifted for him. And he went, okay, maybe the guy's just being an a-hole. But what do I do with this? How do I respond to this? How can I use this in a constructive way? Do you know what he did? Then when he went to work next, he decided he was going to go over and above for his customers. And he doubled down on everything. He made sure he knew all his regulars' names. He was very attentive. He kept filling their glasses if they were, whatever they were drinking. He made sure he just went over the top. Well, you know what I mean. He made sure he was giving exceptional service. So from that point forward, the feedback that not only he was getting, but that was actually reaching his manager went through the roof. So he started getting better shifts because he was being exceptional at what he did. Not only that, he started getting bigger tips to the point where he was even getting tipped up to 50%. And people were writing on the docket, best service we've ever had. So this guy could have gone one of two ways. He could have just been totally resentful and pissed off, and sort of reactive about it. And he will never know whether that guy was just being an a-hole or whether he was inviting him to literally be better. But it ended up being positively impactful in his life, and he was grateful for that nasty little quip with no tip on that docket, and how he used that actually had a positive impact on him, on his work, on his finances, because he was getting tipped more. He was then, he was then sort of given bigger tables to serve, which means more tips, which means more money. So sometimes inspiration arrives as a bit of a kick up the bum, is what I'm trying to say. So how are you responding to life and the messages that you're receiving? Inspiration comes in many, many, many different ways. Messages come in many, many, many different ways. Are you listening? Okay, so that's number 2. Number 3, let go and let God. Let go of your emotional attachment to the outcome. The problem that stops a whole lot of people is that they know what they want to achieve. A lot of people don't know what they want to achieve, but when you get clear on what it is that you actually want to achieve and you don't get there as fast as you would like, which kind of almost never happens, like getting there as fast as you would like, you'd like everything to happen tomorrow, wouldn't you? Well, hate to break it to you. There's a process. There's a journey involved. Fall in love with the journey and let go of your emotional attachment to the outcome. It will happen when it happens. It'll happen when you figure out the process, the steps you need to take. It'll happen when you become the person you need to be able to achieve that big goal and big vision and big dream. It'll happen when you actually are so focused that nothing and nobody stands in the way, and you simply take the steps every single day until it happens. You work it until it works. But if you're really attached to the outcome in a specific time frame, then you're just going to set yourself up for disappointment, which ultimately you'll probably give up. So, are you willing to go all in and just keep going until you get the result that you want? It might happen in a month. It might happen in 6 months. It might not happen for 5 years. Are you willing to commit for 5 years to be able to bring your vision and dream to your life? Is it worth doing that for 5 years? Because if you don't, what's the alternative? The alternative is that you will stay right where you are for the rest of your life, like most people. Do you want what most people have? Because most people are living in a state of permanent disappointment, frustration, dissatisfaction, angry at the world, angry at themselves. That's most people's lives. Beating themselves up for, for the things that they should have done, didn't do, mistakes that they've made, complaining and bitching about the world because it's not the way they want it to be. So let go of your attachment to the outcome. Just let it go. And keep like you keep a hold of your vision, pay attention to your dream, hold it in your mind and focus on it relentlessly, but don't be so emotionally attached to it that you get into this state of, oh, it's not happening fast enough. What's wrong with me? Why does nothing work? I'm always stuck. I'm so stuck. Get unstuck. What are you going to do to get unstuck? Do the internal work. Which, by the way, great segue, as you're still here, I'm holding the most incredible event. It's March right now. It's the beginning of March, and on March 14th in Australia, March 13th in the United States, right around the time of the full moon, I'm going to be holding an event called the Gratitude Codes. It's a free event. This is going to be one of the most profound healing experiences you will ever have. So go to wealthconsciousnessmovement.com/gratitude. Register your details there. Believe me, this is going to be a turning point, a life-changing turning point for you, because I'm going to do processes that are going to really help to release you from the grip of the blocking beliefs that are holding you back, right? Plus, you will learn a process that you can do for yourself and use throughout your life to free you from the shackles that are holding you back from being your best self and living your best life. You do not want to miss this event. It's going to be significant. We are living in the most amazing times right now where we have the most powerful opportunity to completely transform our lives. So join me for the gratitude codes. It's going to be amazing. So let go and let God, release emotional attachment to the outcome. 4, trust the unfolding and release resistance to what is. No judgment. No judgment on what happens. No criticism about yourself. No judgment about the temporary results that you get. So you've got to be willing to fail your way forward, okay? There's going to be lots of failure along the way. Sorry to break it to you. There's going to be lots of uncertainty. There's going to be a whole lot of gnashing of teeth and stamping your feet as things happen that you didn't anticipate or you didn't want, as things don't go your way, as challenges come up. That's life, babe. Just get used to it. But what you resist persists. So understand that life is happening for you, not to you. Life is happening for you, not to you. So trust the unfolding. Lean in, lean in, lean in, lean into whatever happens. Stop judging it as good, bad, or indifferent. Yeah, shit's going to happen and it doesn't feel or look like it's ideal. It doesn't feel or look like what you thought it should look like. So if you release your expectations, like I said in the third step, and then trust the unfolding and know that the universe has your back. Know that everything happens for a reason. Know that no matter what you perceive, because everything is perception, no matter what you perceive it to be, know that it's perfect. Everything is perfect. If you approach this journey as seeing that everything is perfect and happening for you for a reason, you will make progress so much faster because you're letting go of the resistance. If you show up with that intention, life's going to be a lot easier for you because, like I said, what you resist persists. So if you continue to stamp your feet and gnash your teeth and have hissy fits about what's not working, then you're not getting into a solution focused mindset to go, okay, if this isn't working, why not? What do I need to do differently? What do I need to learn? How do I need to approach this in a way that will help me to get the outcome that I want? There's always a solution, but sometimes, and every solution comes at a cost. You've got to be willing to pay a price. The time, the effort, the investment, you've got to risk failure. There's always a price and a cost. There's a cost to not following your dreams. There's a cost to not doing the internal work. There's a cost to not backing yourself. There's a cost to not just showing up every day with a can do no matter whatever it takes kind of attitude. There's a cost to sitting around and allowing life to happen to you instead of creating your life by design deliberately. And that cost is never achieving your goals and dreams. Is that acceptable to you? Now, there is also a cost to going all in. There is also risk involved. But the growth, the development, the learning, the accomplishment at the end, or actually there's lots of accomplishment along the way. Notice that, appreciate that, value that. And of course, number 5 is reclaim your power. This is the mindset work. Decide to be undeniable. Decide to be unshakable. Decide to be unstoppable. Decide to be ungovernable. Decide to be unpredictable. Decide to be unconventional. Get out of the box that everybody else wants to put you in, thinks you should be in. I read something on X the other day that said the problem with Elon Musk is somebody forgot to tell him that there's a box. Like, there is no box for Elon Musk. He is so unconventional. He is so ungovernable. He is so undeniable. He is so unshakable. He is so unstoppable that he will apply himself to just about anything and find a way to make it work. That's what you got to do. You got to find a way to make it work. There is no problem or challenge that you will ever face that you cannot overcome because you are bigger than any problem or challenge you will ever face because you are infinitely powerful. The only thing standing in between you and your goals and dreams is you, is your mindset, your attitude, your willingness to go all in, your willingness to apply yourself, to become the person you need to be who is capable of achieving your dream, no matter how big. I don't care how big your dream is. If you have a dream, then Dan will go all in on it and create your life by design and make your dreams a reality. We are living in unprecedented times. So stop getting distracted by the drama. Focus on what it is that you want to create and don't let anything take you off that path. You can be paying attention and seeing what's unfolding. It's pretty interesting right now. But by the same token, don't let all that stuff take you off your path. Stay locked on like a fighting jet locks onto its target before it fires a missile. Not a very nice analogy, but be that focused. Lock onto your target. Lock onto it. Don't let go. Be so tenacious and so focused that nothing can shake you from being locked onto your target. So there you go. They're the 5 steps. I'll just summarize them for you. Follow your passion relentlessly and keep acting on it. Just keep taking action. Even if it feels like sometimes you're not getting anywhere, keep taking action. And if it's not working, think about why it's not working and what you need to shift and adjust. You may just need to tweak something. 2, follow the inspiration in spirit, the guidance that's being given to you every step of the way. Spirit is with you every step of the way, guiding you, giving you messages, showing you. Follow that inspiration. Let go and let God. Let go of your emotional attachment to the immediate outcome of what you're doing along the journey. It's not going to look the way you want it to look. Expect the unexpected. Roll with the punches. All of it. Number 4, trust the unfolding and release resistance to what is. I love Byron Katie's work. Loving what is. No judgment. And reclaim your power. Work on your mindset relentlessly. Do the internal work. Come to the free event, the gratitude codes. It's going to be powerful, life-changing. Really. So I look forward to seeing you on the gratitude codes. wealthconsciousnessmovement.com/gratitude. I will put the link in the description below. This is your life. Create it by design. Be the best version of you. It will shock you just how quickly you are able to turn things around for yourself when you take these steps. When you decide that you're going to make it happen and you just get in and you just make it happen. Think about anything that you have ever created, that you have ever done. What was the determining factor in achieving the result? Taking action, taking the right action. So that's it for me for today. Let me know, give me some feedback as to what you think about this video below. I would love to hear from you. Like and subscribe. And I look forward to seeing you on the Gratitude Codes event coming up very, very soon. The recording of which will be within the Wealth Consciousness Movement library once it's over. So if you're watching this post the actual event on the 14th of March 2025 or the 13th of March 2025 in the US, then come and register at wealthconsciousnessmovement.com. You will get access to the post-event recording. It's going to be life-changing. All right. I'll see you again soon.